Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day so far. I'm going to get started on tag for week 2 for the 52 handmade tags that's being hosted by Anne. And so this week, I believe our one item for sure to put on the tag is a heart. So I've just been going through some things and pulling out some fabrics and things, and I pulled out these two fabrics, which I think I'm going to use for, which I actually know I'm going to use for the hearts. And instead of just doing one heart, I'm going to do two, and they're buried in here somewhere. Let's see, where did they go? Here we go. So I've already cut them out, and I just did a little stitch, around the outside because I also used a bit of this fabric to put on the back of the hearts because I just wanted them to be a little bit thicker. So that's going to be the main focus on the tag. And then the tag itself, if you saw my video from last week, you know that I'm using this style of a tag because I have so many of them. And I went ahead and made myself a little template that I've already punched the holes in. So I just laid the template on top of the other one, and I used this little tool and I just poked through there so that I could get my holes, and the holes are, as you can see, already in there. So it just makes it easier for me to get my needle through that because this is a little bit thick. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is put this fabric down as the base. You won't see much of it anyway. So something like that. But kind of wanted a bit of lace underneath it, I think. So I pulled this lace out, and this is like a lingerie type lace. It's a stretchy lace. So I think I may use that as the base, and then this will go on top, and you'll see the lace on both sides of this fabric. So that's kind of the idea that I had in mind. And then the little hearts, I'm going to stack them kind of like that on there. And that's kind of where I'm headed. I've also found this, and it's a collar piece or a yoke piece. And as you can see, I've used some of the little circles, so I may use one of these circles also. And then I found this piece in my scraps, very pretty piece, and it actually almost looks like the top of a heart, with the two leaves there at the top. So I kind of thought about putting the three of them together like that, but then after I looked at it, I was starting to feel like it looks a little Valentine-ish, so I think I'll save this piece for next month. Maybe Anne will do hearts again because of Valentine's Day or something, so maybe I can use that for another time. And then I found this also in my scraps, and I thought maybe I could, this piece is a little bit beat up. It's got holes in the tool part, but the little flowers are still good, so I could probably, cut those little flowers out maybe and use one or two of those. And I also found this piece in my scrap box, and because it has a shine to it, to me it comes across as being very dressy kind of, so I may save that to go with this piece next month or something. So I think I'm going to pass on that piece too. So, and then I pulled out some fibers, and see, I do keep my fibers on those cards but I think I might use one of those fibers. We'll see. And I also have a little piece of lace. I don't know if I'll use that. So let's get started here. And the first thing I'll do is cut a piece of this to go on there. And I think it's going to be a little bit too wide. So I think I'm going to cut it in half. And also this is just not straight. Let me straighten that out. I hope you all are having fun making your tags. I watched Anne's video this morning, and she was saying she was really surprised at the number of people who have joined in. And it is a fun project, so I hope you all will give it a try. I don't know that I will actually do a video where I show you how to put it together every week, but one of the ladies that watched my video from last week, she asked me if I would do a process video. So I told her I didn't really think that anybody was interested, but she was. So thank you so much for asking. So I'm doing it because she asked me to. So hopefully this will come out okay. I'm sorry, I keep hitting my head on the my iPad holder up there. I'm not doing very good at getting this cut straight. It needs just to be a tiny bit smaller. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So we'll go with that. And then the little hearts will go on there kind of like that. And I was thinking of putting this large one on there. Don't know if you noticed or not, but they have little gold threading on the doilies in the center. These don't have the outside crocheted part, but I think I'm going to go with the larger one. There, what do you think of that? Oh, I think it's kind of cute. And let's see about the fibers. I have that green one that I could possibly kind of lay it off to the side, maybe like that. Or I have this other one. Kind of like that one. Yeah, I kind of like that one because I like the the little wispy parts that are hanging off of it. So I think I'll use that one. So I don't think I'll have a need for that. So this one will go together really easy. And we'll see after I get it together whether or not we'll use a piece of that. Okay, so make sure I get this exactly where I want it as far as the width goes. I think that'll work just like that. Okay, now let me get needle threaded with, I think Anne did some stitching up and down across there, so I'll go ahead and do that. Let me get my needle threaded. Okay, I've already done one little row of running stitches there. I'm using DMC cotton thread in a kind of a greenish gold color, and it's almost the same color that that little leaf that's on there, that little leaf pattern. So I'm just going to continue to do this because she had several rows of this going across hers, so I'm going to try and follow along with what she was doing. I think I made those a little bit big, but it's not at all about being perfect or trying to be the same size, so I'll try and do these a little bit smaller. Yeah, it's pretty much going to get covered up anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to continue until I have completely sewn across there, and I'll be back when this is done. Okay, I've completed that part with all the little stitches on there, and I'm going to turn it around that way. So I think this piece will go on there next. Where's my card? Yep, put that on there next. So let me get a needle threaded. Okay, so I'm just going to tack this down in all the way around, and it'll be easy to do. I wanted to insert a section here and apologize because I didn't realize I wasn't recording, and I went through all of the steps of putting everything together. I think the last thing that I recorded was adding this piece to the tag, and then I sewed on the two hearts, and then I went through a process of trying to decide what to add at the bottom of the tag. So I had picked out this lace, and these are just scrap pieces, but I had picked out those two and also this piece, and I didn't like any of them, so I ended up using a doily. And so unfortunately, I don't have that part of the video, and I apologize. So hopefully I will do better on the next video and make sure that I'm recording. I thought I was, and I had nothing there. So the video will start at the point where it's almost finished. Oh, yeah. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a green thread and I'm going to tack this down so that it will stay in place. And so just taking little tiny stitches, they won't even be noticeable because I'm going to do them in the green thread. But I'll tack that down and then I'll be right back. Okay, I have finished it by adding that little flower there. The little leaves that you see on there, I cut around them and tried to use them, but they just didn't look good, so I just cut them off. So I just added the 3 little flowers there at the top, and so I would say that tag is complete. And so I'm going to attach it to the card now, and I have my needle threaded. I'm just going to take a little stitch in this top corner to hide my knot underneath that little doily there. And just go right back down in there and come out of that hole if I can find it. There we go. My little wispy pieces are getting pulled through. Okay. Okay, so it's all attached. And the thread that I was using to attach that card is it's one of those DMC threads. It doesn't say, I guess it's a 30 weight. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But anyway, it's a little bit thicker than, I use this to crochet with, but it's a little bit thicker than a normal sewing thread or sewing cotton. So, but there's our tag. That's my tag. And I thought about putting a little button in the center of the heart, but I don't think I want to. I think I want to leave it just like that. So also, as I mentioned last time, I'm not putting a hole in the top because I wasn't sure if that's what I wanted to do with them. So what I did is, I made this box quite some time ago, several months ago, and I never used it for anything. I was storing some laces in it, but it just seemed to be a waste of a pretty box because if I store laces in there, I will forget that they're in there and they won't get used. So I took the laces out, and so I thought this would be a great place to store these tags so I can store 26 on this side and 26 on this side if they will all fit in there. I'm not going to decorate the top of this box yet because I'm not quite sure if what I want to do with it, and I want to make sure that they all fit in here before I decide for sure that I'm going to use that box. I might have to make another box, but I do think that that's what I'm going to do with mine is I will store them in a box, and they will have the week on the back so I can keep them in order by the week. So this was the first week, and then this is the second week. So hope you enjoyed the video and have fun making your tag. And I'll see you next week when we do tag number 3. Take care. Bye.